get stuck. We all get stuck sometimes. We get stuck in ruts all the time in everything that we do. I was just stuck recently in a rut. I'm going to use a physical exercise thing. I was stuck in this. I've always had a weight problem. All my life, I've always had a really severe weight problem. Okay. And so I was stuck in a rut. And one thing I tell you about working in TV, it's the blessing and curse. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. The blessing is people say, "Oh, you're so wonderful," and "Oh, I watch you every day," and "Oh, you're just so perfect," and "You're so pretty." But on the other side, here's the curse. Boy, you got a little fat, huh, Benita? Saw you on TV the other day. Look a little chunky to me. Oh, my girl, what's going on? You know, and they will not hesitate to tell you in a second if you one day a lady emailed me. She said, "I don't know what you were thinking when you wore that outfit today. Girl, it looked like you should have been in the circus." This is a real email. That outfit looked amazing. Plus, you're too fat anyway, and your clothes are too tight, and I just can't stand it. I mean, this is an email that I got. Oh my goodness. So I'm saying, yeah, you think it's all great and wonderful, but people will tell you in a second that they don't like this, and this about you. And so, so my return email was, "Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate your viewership." You know, that's the only thing I could say, really. You know, I'm like, oh, gee whiz. So all of that. So anyway, all this is saying, I got stuck in a rut because I gained some weight. I had gained some weight. And I could not pull this weight off of me. And so I said, I'm going to have to do something about it. So I decided to join a women's boot camp. And shoot, that is hard. I'll tell you what they make you do in this boot camp. And then from the boot camp, I got a personal trainer. If I thought boot camp was hard, personal training is even worse. You know, it's just like, oh, it's like the hardest hour of my life, of my day. And so what I had to do is I had to, first of all, identify what the problem is. I had to say, here's the problem, here's the situation. And I had to be honest with myself, you know, and that's really important, because when I first asked about, you know, who are you and words that describe you, we have to see ourselves a certain way, and we have to be honest with ourselves sometimes. And it's not easy, and it's not fun sometimes, but we have to, you know, really do a hard look, an honest look sometimes, and say, this is the problem and this is where I'm stuck. And then start to think about, how can I get out of that? A strategy, a plan, because it does take a strategy and a plan. It isn't just gonna happen. It's some sort of expression that says, well, we'll just let it go and then it kind of work itself out. Things don't work themselves out. They really don't. You have to work them out. And so you find out what the problem is, you look at it closely, you identify what it is, and you start gathering resources, information, people, ideas to see how you can move forward. And you solicit help from other people. Again, they're trying to give those gifts away as well. And you solicit the help from other people to say, you know what, this is where I am right now, I need help. And that's where this reinvention comes in. That's when, especially women, especially because I know it sounds like a stereotype, and maybe you know, sometimes it seems like women are complaining. We're not. But it's true that women do so much. That is really true, that women, we you know, take care of the kids, and we take care of the house, and we work outside the home, and we do this, and we do the laundry. It's so much that women do. And then we're caregivers on top of that. And we work on the emotional side and all of that. We do so much. And so sometimes we have to say, I've got to be able to do something for me. And that's where we have to begin to try to move ahead. That's what I said, make those plans, find a plan, write it on your calendar, and move forward. So yeah, I've gotten stuck. And one of the things about what I do now is I really didn't start full-fledged into what I'm doing until I was 40. So only about 10 years ago or so. And my job is a very youth-oriented job. TV is very youth-oriented. We see TV all the time. Who are the people? They're beautiful and young. People are complaining about Madonna as a halftime thing. Oh, Madonna, the material girl, she's not moving as well as she used to. You used to be able to kick her legs and do all this kind of stuff. Well, the woman's 53. Give her a break. I think she looks pretty good to be 53. Come on, okay? You know, and it's also hard too. I know I'm talking a lot to the women, but it's also very hard because women are scrutinized on what we look like. You can find, you see movies all the time, and the lover, he could be 70 years old. All those lovers, they're still, and they're up there with some 20, 30-year-old. Let a 70-year-old woman get up with a 30-year-old man and say, are you stealing your son?
She called it.
Say, are you kidding? Right.
It's okay.
Say, couldn't that be your son or something? But we don't say that when men, they're still the lover at 70. I know here they're all bald and stuff, got wrinkles, and they're still the lover, right? But women, we don't have that luxury for whatever reason society says we don't have the luxury. Okay? I remember when, we don't even have the luxury, and it's hard on our bodies and so forth. Both of my kids, because I told you, my parents are very heavy. I always struggle with my weight, and my kids were the same way. And my son was kind of a big guy, big shoulders. He was like before he joined the Navy, he had to lose weight to join the Navy. He was like 250, 260 or something, really tall and big, and everybody called him Big Nick. I'm Big Nick, his name is Nicholas, Big Nick, and he was just great and wonderful. My daughter, who was around the same size, do you think people saw her the same? A 250-pound woman, do you think everybody thought she was that's Big Lynn? She didn't want to be called Big Lynn? Wait a minute. Don't call me Big Lynn, but Big Nick. So you see the difference. You see how society is for women. It can be a tough world to be a woman, and yet we still have to get in there and work our magic, as it were. Yeah, absolutely.
Even as a man, I could take away some of that.
This production has been brought to you by Image Entertainment in partnership with New Journal and Guide. Subscribe today.